Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel at Silver Seeker, and today, rather than talk till we're blue in the face about spot price, premiums, and the silver market, we're gonna have fun with silver instead. So today we're gonna pour some silver. I got a 20-ounce silver bar that I need to pour for a friend. Additionally, we are going to laser engrave some silver, including a custom piece for our friend Rob Finds Treasure. We also have some old Cole Morgan silver dollars that we are going to laser engrave as well. And I know a lot of you are like, no, don't do that to silver dollars. But when you see these, you will understand why I don't mind. So again, rather than talk till we're blue in the face about spot price or premiums, let's just get into it and have some fun with silver today. Check out these awesome projects that I'm doing. So let's start with these 4 silver dollars. You can see we have 3 peace dollars in the Morgan here, and they are heavily circulated. These are only worth silver weight at this point, and not even all the original silver is there. They are heavily circulated. On these peace dollars, you can't even see the date. Now we do have a 1921, and I believe that's an estimate right there, but as worn as this one is, it's not gonna be worth much more either. So what I thought I'd do is spruce them up a little bit and make them a little bit more fun to collect with the laser engraver. So let's put something on these really quick, including one for a 100,000 subscriber celebration that I'll give away on January 28th. All right, so that one did not turn out the way I wanted. As you can see, it's a little bit too small and off center, so we are trying another one. But while we're waiting on the laser to work on that one, I did want to tell you that I have partnered with Bullion to bring you a really cool monthly swag pack. Each month, we'll be picking a winner to give away a really cool Bullion polo like this one, a really cool Bullion mug, and a 1 ounce of silver. So I will bring you details to that next month. Stay tuned, and additionally, thank you to Bullion for sponsoring my channel. Let's take a look at these laser cuts. Okay, so this actually took 3 tries to get correct. I want to show you the 3 different tries. This is our first one. It actually wasn't bad. I had it off center and not large enough. Flip it over to the reverse and you can see it was even more off center. So mistakes were made there, but either way, it was a super Cole Morgan and it didn't really lose anything. It's still kind of cool. Then our second one, we used a different version of our logo that's a little bit darker, and I thought I had everything centered and ready to go, and then I realized that I set the origination point from the top left instead of the center, and so as you can see, it was cutting like it was starting at the top left, and I had it centered. So that was a mistake, and I didn't realize it till it was almost done. And then we finally got it right with number 3. So perfect. The 2023 is right at the bottom where it should be. You got the logo dead center over the peace dollar. Flip it over, and we have 100,000 subscribers, Silver Seeker, and the Because proper. So these are the 3 that I got. This one is the one that's the best. We're gonna give one of these 3 away during the 100K stream. And if you're watching this after the 28th and the stream already happened, I hope you guys were there and enjoyed it. Of course, you can go watch a playback. Now I also decided to cut this bar. Now this one I'm actually gonna use for a short, and what I wanted to do is see if it removed any of the silver weight. So I waited before and after, and I made a YouTube short, which I just uploaded and will release soon. It's probably already released by the time you see this, but either way, you can see it looks really, really good, and it actually didn't remove any of the silver, because really what the laser's doing is it's like, you know, it's melting the silver and then it's immediately reforming. It doesn't actually evaporate. So all the silver is still there, just kind of melted down and re-evaporates onto the bar. So these are really cool. I want to do something really awesome though. I'm gonna get one of these little bars right here that I poured the other day, and I'm gonna do something for Rob Finds Treasure. So let's go ahead and cut a Rob Finds Treasure bar that we can then send to him. Let's do it. Okay, so the bar is done. Take a look at this. It looks pretty darn good. We had a little hiccup right here. You can see the silver kind of dips off here at the bottom, and so it lost focus, and the 2.11 ounces did not come off. I actually took my Dremel and tried to buff out what was there, and that does not buff out. That shows you how good this engraving is. It will not go away. I had the Dremel full blast with some silver polish and it would not go. 99 fine silver came through good. The logo looks incredible. Rob's face, the shading is really good. So since I didn't get the entire 2.11 ounces here, we just went ahead and flipped it over, and I just hand pressed, 211 OZT. I have a little dot I forgot to put there so that the actual weight is in the bar. And honestly, I love the way this turned out, but if you look at something that has a perfectly flat surface like this, you can see how much better it is here because there is a slight variations in the thickness of the bar depending on where it is on these poured bars. It still looks really great though. What we're gonna do now is actually make a COA for this, but we're gonna make the COA on the laser engraver as well, and we're gonna make this COA out of wood, which would be really cool to go along with this before we send it off to Rob. Let's do that. And just like that, we have an awesome wooden custom COA. You can see RFT new logo bar, 99 fine silver, 2.11 ounces with the serial number, and you can search the serial number at my website, coolstacks.com. All very, very cool. Now, I will admit that I had the laser a little bit too hot. You can see some, smoke burn here, and that's just because I had the laser a little bit too high for what we were doing, but man, it looks really, really good. There's my signature engraved into it and the date that it was engraved and poured as well. And this is actually cut out of 3mm thick basswood. This is really, really good looking. I'm huge fan of these whenever I do them, although I don't do them too often. They look awesome together. So there we go, guys. We have our RFT bar and we have our custom wooden COA. We are going to get these shipped off to Rob Finds Treasure. Let's get them in the mail. Okay, now it's time for the real fun. We are gonna put some silver shot in here. We need a little over 20 ounces. I'm putting about 22 into the jar because I wanna make sure that I don't have that little bit of slag that comes out right at the end on top of the bar. We're gonna turn this furnace on and get it heated up all the way up to about 1050 Celsius. And now that it's about there, it's time to pour some silver. I'll do this ASMR style and I'll be quiet. And there she is. I polished her out because we had a couple of sharp pieces, especially on the edge, a couple of sharp spots, and they're nice and smooth now, and it looks really nice and polished. I do like it. We're gonna engrave it, but we need to know how much it weighs, and additionally, we need to make another COA for this one, so here we go. So 21.795 ounces, Troy. We're gonna call it 21.79, and we're going to engrave something really cool in here for Bandit the Silver Hunter. Of course, it's going to be the Meltdown. So we'll get that done, and we'll make a wooden COA for it like we did with Rob's bar. Let's do that. And just like that, it's done. So you can see we have Mega Meltdown 21.79 ounces Troy, my signature 99 fine silver, and the Meltdown logo. I do wish I would have made this part a little bit bigger. I definitely could have, but I was a little bit worried about the differences in the height of the bar, you know, where the wave patterns are causing issues with the focus of the laser. Overall, I think it turned out really, really nice, and I hope Bandit is happy with that. That is the 21.79 ounce Troy Mega Meltdown bar, and We made an awesome COA to go along with it. Take a look at that. I fixed the settings for the burn in, so you can see only on Silver Seeker itself that I really get a little bit of smoke, and that's because I kept the burn on my logo just a little bit darker. That looks fantastic. So those both go together as well for Bandit the Silver Hunter. We'll get those sent off to him. And yeah, this is really cool. Man, I need to pour more big bars like this. This feels really good in the hand. So take a look. We did all of these awesome bars, pours, and engravings today. They all look fantastic. One last thing I want to tell you about is we are having on January 28th, starting at 7 p.m., our 100,000 subscriber giveaway live stream. It's going to be a blast. I hope to see you guys there. We have everything lined up and ready to go. There'll be some awesome giveaways for people in the chat as well. If you didn't win on the 100K giveaway, you still have a chance to win on Saturday night, January 28th. And again, if you're watching this after the fact, I hope that you were there. But if you didn't, feel free to go watch it. I'm sure it was a blast. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.